I'm Mike.
I'm Bob.
You're Inside Tennis with the Cause.
Well, this is exciting. A pair of champions. Congratulations, Brittany. Congratulations, Ryan. How exciting is it to win that championship?
It was a lot of fun, and it was more experience, and I like playing doubles with my fiance.
I bet that you do. There's a lot of love in the game out there, and we're going to talk about that later. Now, you've specialized, the two of you, in singles, so what's it like adding doubles to your tennis background, Ryan?
Adding doubles helps us with our singles by, putting angles and all that kind of stuff. And
I saw that you're not afraid to serve and volley. You like going to the nets, I see, in doubles.
yes, I do. And actually, I've learned just by being coached by it to come up more, and I feel more comfortable coming to the net.
So the big question is, how did you get into the game? Who got you started and how?
My brother got me into the game and stuff.
He was a player?
Yeah, he used to play tennis. I love it.
I can see that you do. Ryan, how did you get into the game?
I got into the game because my dad, and first off, we went to the Palmetto tennis courts and just kind of got started from there. And I fell in love with the game.
I think that the game has fallen in love with you. A very tough question. Tough for anybody to answer this question. What would your life be like, Ryan and Brittany, without tennis? Have you ever thought about it? What would life be without tennis for you, Brittany?
It would not be fun, and I would not make all new friends, and I would not compete without tennis. Tennis is my passion, and tennis helps me grow up to be a better person and a better athlete.
She mentioned the word passion. Is she a passionate player? Is she a passionate person?
She's passionate all the way around, whether it's tennis or even in our relationship. She's very passionate.
Well said. Makes me feel good about life just being with you two.
My life without tennis, it would be very difficult. I mean, I wouldn't have a lot of people to socialize with, for one, and I wouldn't have met her as well.
We're going to talk about that. So you met on the tennis court, you met through tennis. Yes. How did that come about?
That came about through the state games of Special Olympics, state summer games. And how that got started is they had us come on the court and just kind of hit with each other and all that. And that sort of just kind of unfolded from there.
Love at first sight, would you say? First time you saw him, something happened?
Yeah.
What happened when you first saw this guy?
Well, at first I didn't know who he was, and then, I just figured out it's just like, a guy hitting with me and stuff. And I was really shy at the time.
The two of you share the love of the sport, the love of tennis. The two of you also share the challenge of being autistic, being in autism. How do you share that together?
Well, we support each other by, helping us, like, especially like for cooking. We'll help each other in the kitchen, and I'll kind of guide her on some things on what to do. And if she needs help with something, I'll help her. Sometimes I'd also try to help her with her tennis.
He's a really good coach and a great person to be with.
Good student?
Yes.
What makes her a good student?
The fact that she listens and the way she also is very positive towards herself. Even though I'm not really her coach, but I'm just...
In spirit you are. We know how well you do in Special Olympic contests, in matches, in tournaments. You're both number one in the United States. Number one male player, number one female player. What's it like to play non-Olympic special type players? What's that like for you? What's it like?
Well, it's a good accomplishment because a lot of times sometimes they have the advantage intellectually, but sometimes it feels really good you have your highs, you have the high levels, and then you also have the lower levels. Yes, it can be challenging, but as far as me and Brittany are concerned, we just, yes, things can be challenging, but we just try to do the best we can with it and try to just live our lives and play the best tennis we possibly can play.
What do you all talk about mostly?
We talk about like tennis. We talk about like things like that we do, like dinner and like activities like afterwards, and all like getting ready for the future and that sort of thing.
I know the future looks great. You're both excited about that. How much support, how important is it to have a family who really gets behind your challenges? We all have them, but your challenges and your tennis careers. That's not easy. So how has your family supported you?
My parents supported me like in so many ways. Like, my mom taught me I played tennis when I was like 18. She took me on court and just
You still look 18 right now, but I know you're a little older.
Yeah, everybody thinks that. I'm like 26. I'm turning 27 and my birthday coming up.
My family has been very supportive with me, especially through the hard times. Because sometimes in tennis you have your ups and downs, and sometimes I've had some struggles with it. But then we can also kind of celebrate the ups as well. But overall, even throughout my whole life, they've been very supportive of me. Because actually there was one point in my life where my family thought I could never read or write or do anything, but I learned to overcome that.
What an accomplishment that was, Ryan.
That in itself was great. I mean, it was very, and it's really, my family was very happy, and they couldn't believe it, and I was able to do that.
What's it like when you occasionally do not win, when you lose a match? What's that feel like? What do you think? What do you try to do with that situation?
It's been very devastating because I went to a tournament in Manchester and I made it to the semifinals, and I almost destroyed a girl from Australia. Her name is Kelly, and she's really high functioning, and she drives, she has a car, and she works, and I almost had her, so, And then I got sick, so then I played Belgium, and, I fell down from there. It's very devastating, like in some parts. But I made it to the semis, so. Because it beat two girls, one from Poland and the other one from Australia. So, can't go wrong.
Wonderful. That's quite an accomplishment. I've got a few more tough questions coming up. How has tennis helped you cope, handle, and overcome any roadblocks that autism provides? How's tennis helped you in that area? Has it helped you, Brittany?
Yes, it helped me like so much throughout the day. And, it like overcame like my autism like quick, and I'm making new friends and I'm socializing with them.
Well, it's helped me overcome like the autism, because it helped me believe in myself and being able to know that I'm good, that there's something I can do and I'm good at.
A lot of things you can do.
That I thought I would never be able to do. Like, for instance, I never thought I'd be able to do what I do with tennis today if I hadn't started playing tennis. So I'm very fortunate that I'm actually playing this game that I love, as well as overcome the challenges, and also being able to socialize with others, because I used to not be able to really do that a whole lot. I used to be very shy and, just kind of kept to myself.
Well, Ryan, your future wife gets around. She goes with the big leaguers in tennis. The Bryan boys?
Yeah.
You're on the court with them? What was that like?
It was like so much fun, and Bob Bryan was like really nice, and we played doubles together, and like the Pro-Am tournament, which is like different. It's like different feel like for it, and it gave me like great honor to play with him.
You two give our game much. You contribute a lot to our game. So if our game could give you something back, if you could have the ideal tennis job, What would the ideal tennis job for you be? Not playing on the ATP. Let's suppose you're moving on from playing, but you wanted to do something else in tennis. What would it be, and how can we get you started in that, Ryan?
Well, one of the things I would like to do is I would like to coach eventually, sometime. And also, I'd like to also be a role model for those with intellectual disorders and other types of disorders too, who are actually getting into Special Olympics or any organization like that.
So what are we going to do with your wife? She looks like somebody that could be in fashion. Do you like fashion design? You like clothes?
Yes, I like clothes, and I want to do more like fashion type of stuff.
What has been the most delightful thing that you've learned about Brittany since you've known her, that you didn't know about her before?
Oof, that's a tough question.
That's why I gave it. You're an intellectual guy.
Okay. Well, there's quite a bit of things, but if I had to list one, it's the kind of person she is. She's a very nice and sweet, passionate person who cares about me a lot. And not just me, but she also cares about others as well, including her family and her friends and, the like.
You just recently got engaged a few months ago. Everybody's excited. What are you most excited right now to be sharing this journey, getting ready for the marriage day? What's it like telling friends, telling family, talking about it all the time and sharing it?
Oh, mine, I think you should answer that one.
I think you should answer that one too.
Well, I think it's gonna be like really exciting about me like wearing a white dress and walking down the aisle and waiting, like having them wait for me like to come and get me on the altar and being like with them like for a long period of time.
So where's this wedding going to be? On a tennis court?
Well, actually,
I know a lot of places would love to have you on their tennis courts.
yes, we've thought about that, but she was kind of thinking about having it in a church.
You could do both.
Yes, we could. Maybe have this wedding ceremony in a church, and maybe do like the dinner outside, like on a tennis court.
Sounds lovely to me. Bride-to-be, what do you think?
I agree.
Brittany, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ryan, for what you contribute to the game.
Thank you.
You're a great contributor to our sports. We want to see you in it for a lifetime in all types of capacities. Best of luck still in your playing career. I want to see you retain that #1 ranking in the United States for the next 10 years. Can you do it?
Yes, I can do it.
Yes, I can do it.
Hi, I'm John Isner, and you're Inside Tennis with the Cause.